I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, I've got Friday on my mind. And well, besides it being a damn catchy song, it's also the truth. I nearly always have Friday on my mind because, well, let's face it, we've all been trained from a very young age to view Friday as the party day of the week. And because it means that it's time to catch up on some of the strangest movies I've ever seen here at badmovieguy.com. And this week's strange may not be a strong enough word. This week's movie is The Happiness of the Katakuris by director Takashi Miike, who brought us the fantastic Ichi the Killer and Audition. But this time, he's taken the bizarre horror and connected it with music. That's right, it's a weird Japanese horror musical. No, it doesn't get much stranger than that. Here's the story. The Katakuris are a typical family who've worked hard all their lives, and now they've saved their money to open a kind of bed and breakfast in the isolated mountains of Japan. The problem is, they're so isolated that people don't know they're there. So when their first guest finally arrives one night, they're all very excited and sort of start falling all over themselves to serve him. That is until the next morning when they find him dead. So, what do you do if you run an isolated, failing bed and breakfast and your first guest has just been found dead? That's right, you bury him in the woods and pretend nothing ever happened. So, after several guests come and go, so to speak, the Katakuris begin to worry slightly that someone might be missed eventually. And when they find out that a new highway is going to be put in, they have some mixed emotions. First, they're happy that business will soon pick up because of the new highway, but they're also a little frightened because the highway will be digging its way through where they've been burying their guests. The Happiness of the Katakuris is one of the weirdest things ever filmed. It moves from horror to musical to claymation with very little rhyme or reason. But that doesn't take away from the entertainment of the movie. That's right, I said it was entertaining, and I meant it. Miike has put together, in my opinion, another masterpiece here. We have a story which is very interesting, but he throws in some claymation sequences which really seem to be done for budgetary reasons more than anything else. And then when things get their darkest and seem to be leaning more toward horror, the Katakuris, this hopelessly optimistic family, tend to burst into song to brighten the mood. It's weird, it's strange, it's odd, and it's one of those movies that you can't take your eyes off of. I'm giving The Happiness of the Katakuris 3 out of 4 cigars. This isn't for everyone, but if you enjoy something wildly different once in a while, put this one on your list. Wildly different is, again, an understatement. So until next time, when I'll be looking for a place to bury the bodies, then burst into song, remember, you can always find me singing about the latest indie movies over at roguecinema.com, and you can find me dancing around the new horror DVD releases every Tuesday at fearzone.com. And remember, you can always find me right here rehearsing for my big number every Friday at badmovieguy.com, where I'm always going to remind you that the best movies are bad movies.